This model from WSI pairs up a Volvo FH3 tractor with a trailer from the Broshuis 100-tonner range. And it's big because there's a 7-axle trailer and a 3-axle dolly. The model is a limited edition and it's in the colours of the Norwegian company Bring. As we pull the last of the parts out of the box, you can see there are plenty of pieces to get on with. Included with the model is a small card that warns you not to tilt the cab because there's a bull bar fitted. And there's also a very good instruction manual. Opening it up, it tells you how to assemble the various parts of the trailer, and it's a general leaflet which also covers trailer components not included with this model. It's also nice that the back of the page has not been wasted because there's nice photos and information about the real trailer. There's plenty to assemble on the model, so we'll start by adding the gooseneck to the dolly. And it's a fairly standard type of pinned connection. But what's nice here is you get a tool to help you feed the pin in, and that's definitely an advantage for anyone who's got even normal sized fingers. Once you get the pin in, it's a nice strong connection. To join the dolly to the 7-axle trailer, it's just press the repeat button and insert another pin in just the same way. Next up is to clip the gooseneck to the Volvo tractor in the normal way, and then it's down to adding some detail. Firstly, we'll add the canopy onto the gooseneck and that loosely clips in. And then we can follow that by adding some marker boards. Two types are provided for normal or wide loads, but we'll start with the normal width. To attach them, they are a fairly loose fit into the neck of the gooseneck. There are also 4 marker boards you can use on the trailer deck, and we'll put a couple at the back, and also a couple of reflectors. And with that, the truck's ready for the road. Looking underneath the Volvo, the chassis is typically detailed for a WSI truck model. And a nice feature at the front is the bull bar, mud flaps and realistic number plates. Another nice touch is the pair of Michelin men on the cab roof. Behind the cab there's a plastic equipment tower, coiled lines and nice textured surfaces. The underside of the trailer is high quality with nicely engineered parts, and the small wheels and tyres look good too. The top of the gooseneck has got nice replica timber inlay, and there are many small graphics around the edge. The canopy is plastic and it's got some texturing to represent tarpaulin. The trailer and dolly are of a high standard with nice detailing of the edges. And that continues at the back, which is also very busy. Starting with the Volvo, and it rolls well enough in a straight line. And if we pick it up, we see that the rear wheels are joined to common axles and there's linked steering on the front 2 axles. But the angle is very shallow, so you won't be twisting and turning in this Volvo. Moving on to the trailer, and the steering is rather better with parallel steering on the dolly. And on the main trailer there's very nice proportional steering on the rear 5 axles. And if that's not enough, there's also steering available on the front 2 axles. Here is the dolly loaded up with 2 fingers and it rolls very nicely. But what's also good is that each of the axles has fully sprung suspension. Now we'll bring in the trailer with a heavier load of 4 fingers. And it also rolls very well with the steering performing nicely. Also, just like the dolly, there's full suspension on each of the wheel sets. One thing that is a challenge on a multi-axle model like this is getting all of the wheels grounded. And it doesn't quite manage it because there are a couple in the centre which need a bit of a load to get grounded. You can configure the trailer without the dolly, and here it is with the rear steering working well. Now we'll move on to some of the other features, and the gooseneck has an adjustable angle, and it's controlled by rams which are reasonably stiff. And you can also lower the landing legs by unscrewing them, although the range of extension is not huge. If this trailer is not big enough, you can do something about that, and the 7-axle section has a long extension beam. But if it's still not quite enough, the dolly also has an extension beam. Another option you have is to add deck posts, and you get plenty of them, and there are many places you can fit them. Also, if the deck's not quite wide enough, you can pull out little extension beams, and then add replica timbers to span between them. Just make sure you don't sneeze while you're doing it, or they'll fly all over the place. So it is a big trailer, but how big is it? Let's get the tape measure out. And it's about 20 inches or 50 centimetres long. But if we go large, that goes up to nearly 26 inches or 65 centimetres. Okay, so we've got a big trailer, let's put some loads on. And we'll start with just a long fabricated beam. That looks alright, so let's move on to something else. And for this, the load is wider, so we need to extend the marker boards. And we'll begin by replacing those on the gooseneck, and then change the boards at the back so that they stick out. The first part of the load we'll put on is some big heavy crane sections, and they are a bit wider than the trailer. We've still got plenty of room, so let's add on a big crawler crane track section. And as you can see, it sticks out a little bit at the back, so let's extend the trailer to make it all a good fit. This is the second type of Broshuis trailer from WSI, and it's very good. It combines very good detailing with good functionality and flexibility. This particular model also looks very impressive in the colour scheme of Bring. So overall, if you like heavy haulage, this model is outstanding.